Hey friend, it's Jamie here. How are you? I'm a bit on the go at the moment, so I will be in different locations at the time of this reading. Right now, I'm in wonderful Canada. Sadly, though, lots of wildfires. So, if you are connected or living in those locations, thinking of you dearly, I know it's a bit of a scary time for a lot of people. So, Pisces, let's get into it. This is a big week astrologically, so I want to tap in to right now. We're just coming through the Lion Gates portal. In addition to that, as I said, we've got some interesting things happening with Venus. We have the new moon energy coming on in eclipse season, and it goes on. So let's jump into it. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know. This is for Pisces sun, moon, and rising. If you have booked a private reading, it's really important to email me with what you would like to get connected to. There'll be details below in regards to the email. You've also been sent emails, so please check that. But we just need to know what it is that you wish to seek guidance on, so we can connect into your energy. So please do that, because once you send that through, then you'll be looking at about 3 to 5 day delivery after that. Okay, guys. So I look forward to doing those sessions for you. Coming in, you have got the Four of Wands. So this is sitting in the current energy space, Pisces. So this could be something around plans, an event that you're either calling in, waiting to come connected into, or something you will connect to. I actually feel the energy more so that again, there's something you're calling in, wanting to come home, wanting to come connected to where you are, to your ambition, to where you feel. It just feels like safe, connected, and home. So I feel like you're calling something in or working towards something right now around the home space, or around something that has significant meaning for you with the next steps or the next event of your life. That's what this really feels like. Let's have a look at what is crossing this right now. You've got the Three of Cups. So if this is, again, another thing here, I feel like there's a celebration or a win that could be a little bit delayed, or a win that you've been waiting for, but you can't truly celebrate it and truly engage perhaps until maybe you arrive home, till you get home, where things come together around the home. It could be around people of the home. There's definitely something about connecting, reuniting, but again, it just feels like there's been a bit of a delay here, or potentially could be a little bit of a delay here to be able to celebrate, or maybe it's been a long time coming. So let's have a look at what's influencing this for you right now. Okay. You've got the Seven of Emotions. So that's the Seven of Cups. So this could be about, I think the part where, again, something's happening, something's moving forward, but there is still things I feel that are up in the air around this situation, or things that you got to see what happens next, or hoping which path and which direction or which step that you take, because there could be a few options here. Or it's just that you want to know, I feel right now, Pisces, that again, I just feel like you want to land. Landing is really important to you. So some of you could be traveling, but it feels like once you land somewhere, again, and it's around the home space or people of the home, something of that nature, guys. So that just, the theme keeps coming through strongly, but it just seems that you're unsure right now what it potentially could be, or what the next step outcome could be. Which way is this all going to go? That's what this feels like. Next up, you have the Tower energy. So connecting into the Tower energy, this is sitting in the past that's impacting right now. So maybe there was some shocking news, some shocking events, some challenging events, or where something just didn't, what feels like didn't work out. So I definitely feel there was a sense of shakeup that occurred that has brought this situation around. Let's have a look, in terms of the headspace, because it's all really important here that as we're connecting into it and as we're thinking forward, that, we're staying in our power around it, okay? So here you do have the Knight of Inspiration. So that's Knight of Wands energy. When connecting into this energy, Pisces, this is, again, further about what you're thinking about, where you're going. I feel like there's some charged energy, but maybe there could be concern that there feels this excitement and this path and this strength forward going towards something that you're thinking about. But I feel like there's part of rescuing in some regard, getting to the other side, knowing who you've also got to be, who you need to show up as part of this. There's momentum, there's excitement, and there's energy, but it's like I'm also getting this stop-start energy of giddying up and kind of pulling back in the fear of something. And that just is coming up a little bit. And again, it could be because you've got these options, different pathways, it feels like, that you could be thinking about. Because I do feel like you're making good strides forward. That's how you're looking at it. That's how you're feeling it. And you know that when you get to the end of that thing that you need to do next, or this, journey of this circumstance you're on, I feel like there's this break free moment of feeling really good about it. But I feel like it's like you can't celebrate yet. That's what this feels like. But you've still got a little bit more work to do, or you're thinking about those things or those options that you may need to have to take care of as part of it, but you want to enjoy where things are right now, okay? Up next, in terms of, what's potentially coming towards you soon here, Pisces, is the Three of Materials. So there's a foundational piece here amongst all this that is coming together, that's connected. It feels like there's definitely 3 to 4 energies here that want to lock in, want to support, and want to go somewhere. And I feel like you're going to get that confirmation pretty soon of how you're working together, how this is working out. So yeah, I feel like you're going to get what you need soon here, Pisces, in terms of the progress and in terms of the foundations that you're going to be building upon regarding this situation. Now let's have a look at what your power is in this situation. Okay, we've got 2 energies. Okay. This is an interesting one to show up here, okay? Because what this is talking about, you've got the 4 of Emotions, and then you've got the 10 of Inspiration. So there's something here around the way something is handled, or the way someone is handling this. This is about, I feel, your attitude coming into something. There's definitely around a situation some pressure, some burden that's being carried, but also this part too of a sense of sadness or a sense of loss. And this sadness and loss in particular is one of to not get disappointed. So I feel like someone could be pulling down on their emotions right now to keep them a little buried, to not allow the emotions to take over. And sometimes you can get into a space of you've kind of switched it off or switching it off. But at the same time, this could be a good thing, because this being your power kind of says here that you're coming out on top, even though at some point in time there's been a sense of loss, even though at some point in time you've had to switch off your feelings just to get things done. It's actually been in your benefit. I don't feel that you've been disconnected from the situation. I just feel that switching it off has allowed you to take different paths and steps forward, or asking you of that, going, if we just not disconnected that part, but I feel like there's just a little switch around something that may need to be remove the emotional charge and go into something going, okay, we've lost this, or this didn't work out, this didn't happen. While it's put me in a little bit of a numb or place, what it's allowing you to do is not be too emotionally charged around something. And that's why this is a positive thing, because this is going to help you manage what's next, or what's part of this, something that you need to do, or something that finally just lets go and opens up for you. Let's have a look at the environment, exactly what I've been talking about. This is the 9 of Emotions energy, okay? So this is very much about getting to this place of feeling connected, home, home itself, home in terms of the way that you value and appreciate where you're at and who you're with. So there's something really, really nice here that's happening for you as you move through this, and what's coming around you, who's going to be around you, how things are going to make you feel overall, Pisces. Hopes and fears. We've got the devil. Now, when the devil's here in your hopes and fears, there could be a few things happening. There could be some things about the way that coping mechanisms in terms of this situation. It could be the toxicity someone's bringing towards you. For some of you, I do feel there's a bit of an intimidating energy that doesn't put you in a comfortable place, or puts you outside your comfort zone in a sense of not feeling good, safe, supported. It feels very full on, whoever that energy is for some of you that it may represent. For others, this could just be, like I said, maybe there's some habits or behaviors right now that are taking over as part of the way to cope. And maybe there's, you're just hoping something doesn't get the better of you, because it's sitting in your hopes and fears. So you'll be all right. You'll be all right, Pisces, that's for sure. In terms of the outcome, you've got the Queen of Materials, so Queen of Pentacles here. This is lovely, because what this landed on was on top of the Four of Emotions energy. And what I like about this is it just seems, when it comes to this energy, okay, when it comes to how this Queen of Materials handles things, it's about the part of you that is held in strength of self, that's held in a form of success and achievement, but it's one that is an energy where people around you feel connected to you and feel, you've got this energy of, I've got your back, and no matter what goes on, I'm safe, I'm here. It's like you're taking care of something, and taking care of something for more people. There's like this matriarchal energy, and there's some power that you're coming into. So you could be, from whatever that you're working on or dealing with right now, the space that you're getting to is one of strength and one of groundedness. But again, you're keeping some people safe or feeling good about being around you, or the way you're being looked at right now. Okay, I know it's a feminine energy, but that feminine energy, if you're a masculine here, and there could be an energy that's coming around you to show you that as well, and to receive that as a masculine. Okay, so just keep that in mind through all of this. I want to get you 3 things that you really need to think about at this time with this situation that you're dealing with, and how it's going to best support you. Okay. So right now you've got the marriage card that came out. This is the Kipper deck. You've got judication, and then you've got mature woman. There's something here around a situation, Pisces, that I think it's important to know that whatever that you're handling right now or having to deal with, keeping, again, the groundedness around this connection or around this path or journey that you're on. This is the 3 of Pentacles as well, okay? So keep in mind, this is the number 3 over here, the marriage card. This is about the foundational aspects of connection and of energy. There does seem to be something here that you may have to decide upon. And it could be, how you're going to handle a situation. There is a mature woman there, or you could be dealing with a partnership or a situation where you've got to take a different stance, which I said before. It's like, even though there's parts of you that there may be a little bit of emotional energy that's shifted, it's actually positive for you, Pisces, because you are highly connected to your emotions, so you feel them very deeply. This is going to just turn the dial a little bit to keep you, I feel, more grounded with whatever pressure that you're feeling, because that's what's going to help get you to that place of feeling like whatever you've done from a place of being connected head to heart, and it's allowed you to not focus on the loss, not focus on those things that do create an emotional charge. You know, there's something special happening here, but you are going to have to manage it. You are going to have to make some choices. There could be some conversations that are coming in too. But overall here, Pisces, what I do see is that I just feel you have help here. And a big part of that is how you carry yourself as well. You know, you've got this. In terms of the door cards, Divine Doors is the deck. There's a little note here for you. So let's get into it. As you push through that gate and step through, on a note of love, seek different seasons and enter into the unknown. When love is the focus, foundation, and goal, blessed is the body, mind, and soul. Now, what's really lovely about this, if you do come up to a challenge, where this challenge, you know, could be challenging you in where you're at, could be challenging you in a way of having to let go of control because you can't control other people or situations that, you know, are dependent on them. You can only play your part to the best of your ability to get to the outcome that you want. However, sometimes there's a different path or a different journey. Sometimes you get met with people that, you know, can bring this, can challenge this. What I do feel is happening is that when you say centered on love and your goal and the reason you're doing things, that's where you'll win really deeply. And that's something you need to keep remembering as you're moving forward. Even if someone or something is trying to really stir the pot for you right now, I feel like you will come together in something quite strongly for yourself, Pisces. I think there's also something that you don't want someone to think that you don't care because you've had to kind of close off your emotional connection to them. But I feel like that's how you're managing this situation. So that's just another message that's come up here. This is the dark to the light. So if you guys have been feeling somewhat a bit suffocated a little bit, or a bit like you can't, you know, tied up in a certain situation, this is, but you can see, you know, you can see the other side and you're really trying to see the other side. I feel this is the confirmation, because this is change beacons. The path is shifting, the road leads a new way. Do not be alarmed as change beacons today. There's something really powerful happening here for you, Pisces, okay? There is some fear I can feel for you guys, where it's like you can feel the change, you know the change is coming, but there's this little part of anxiety, or fuck, what if it doesn't work out this time? Like there's this, I feel this wholesome part of self, you're trying to keep holding space for that person that is you, or that person who is you for someone, or that person who is in your sphere right now, again, of just wanting to hold space around a situation that you're involved in. But there's part of you holding space for yourself, but there's this other thing that's really holding space for you. And I feel with this change, and as these doors open and these opportunities come in, and I feel that little fear creep in, I feel that little bit of anxiety, what if this doesn't work out? I really want to say here, what if it does, Pisces? Because to me, this seems like changes upon you. There's something new season around your home, around what you're doing, who you're doing it with, and what you're stepping into that has depth for you, that has meaning for you. And this is what you're kind of uncovering. But there had to be like a little door that slammed open at one point, but now is like wide open for the taking. You know, I do feel, yeah, there's been a bit of a challenge around something here, Pisces. Yeah, something's got in the middle of something where decisions had to be made. But you're on the right side of it now, and that's something to stay focused, even if it's not just galloping ahead or momentum is just driving ahead. There is going to be a time where you can sit down, you can, you know, connect and be happy with where you've got to, or where you're getting to. There's great progress happening. So I'm going to leave it there, dear Pisces. Thanks for being with me today. Bye.